Hello and welcome to what's going to be the final episode of Mass Effect Insanity. Well, Mass Effect 1, that is. We are finally there. It's been a long time coming, and quite frankly, I am super excited to get this over with. We are, of course, going for Liara.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Now, the reason why I ignored Liara for so long was number one, because I wasn't actually interested in having another companion to talk to. It was already too overwhelming having as many as I did, even if I ignored Rex. So I was trying to shorten down the story as much as possible, and personally I do find it funny when you go for her last and she is like delirious, half out of her mind, because you've left her there for God knows how long until you come and rescue her. As previous, if you need extra levels you can shoot all of these get. I only bother with these guys because I have to open the door, and technically speaking I think I can just rush through them and not even bother with these guys either. And I am at the wrong door. This is the door to the outside. I was supposed to go to this door, but it's no problem. I got there eventually, and this guy's over here, so I was prepared for him because he has one-shot me before. Not this time, buddy. There is nothing difficult about Liara's mission at this point in time. We are way over leveled for this. This mission is built for lower levels, but quite frankly I wouldn't have done anything different even if I was at a lower level. I do think that this is the easiest mission that you can do in the beginning, and if you like Liara as a companion, you want to talk to her on the Normandy, you should definitely pick her up first. I personally don't care. I've never been interested in Liara. I don't care for her much, and I feel like her plot points in the story always get recycled because she wants to do the joining first time when you meet her, then the second time when you get the cipher, and it's like it's like when you get the cipher, I believe, and then you where was it, in the right after Vermeer, then that feels pointless to me because you can just pick her up last and do only one of those cipher scenes with her. And I was never gonna take her to see her mom because she quite literally makes that fight a lot harder because she dies way faster than any of my other companions, so I don't need her to bog me down. Therefore, story-wise and everything, it just makes more sense to me to pick her up now instead of previous. Now for this fight, nothing too difficult here. I just run to the left immediately as soon as the cutscene is over. I run to the left to this little alcove thing over here, and only the Get who will come after you will pop here. I believe it's like 2 of them, and then the stalkers, so I can take out the stalkers and everything from here. My companions are safe, everyone's pretty safe, so we can take out the Get that actually come for us here, and then we can focus on everything else. This, whatchamacallit, you can shoot the Colossus from here. He'll never be able to shoot you, and he goes down pretty fast because I'm way too over leveled for him at this point. There's a sniper there, so I'm trying to shoot him from a distance because I don't want him to snipe me, and that's pretty much this area done. And then we run into this the tunnel. Not much too difficult here. There is this one guy that can take you by surprise when you enter the tunnel, but I usually rush him and get him out of my way. There's a couple of torrents here. That's pretty much it. And yeah, there's the torrent. not too difficult at this point in time. Like, even my companions can shoot them. If I was here first, my companions would have been lost to the torrents, but that's fine.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help. Are you real? Oh, no. Don't be stupid, Liara. Humans do not come here. You're hallucinating. And talking to yourself. Oh, goddess. I am going to die here.
We're here to save your sorry ass, so snap out of it.
You're rude for a hallucination. My subconscious must want to punish me for being this stupid.
My name is Shepard. The Office of Special Tactics and Recon sent me.
A specter? That's good. What else would I conjure up? A protector figure, yes. Perfect. Comforting. Well, I'll play along. As you can see, I am trapped here. If you're as real as you claim, find a way to get me out.
We just need to figure some way past this energy field.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
We'll find some way to help you.
Of course. What good is a hallucination if it can't offer false hope? Listen, if you're real, find some way past the barrier curtain. Find some way to deal with the Geth. Then use the control panel to release me. If you're not real, leave me alone. I'm tired of talking to myself.
So here we still have a couple of extra Geth. Sniper, but most of them you can take them out from this vantage point and you can be pretty safe while getting rid of them. So nothing too complicated here, I would say. And very soon we'll have Liara, and then we'll be heading for Ilos, and afterwards for the Citadel. It's actually pretty fast. All of the sequence here is actually pretty fast. I definitely do feel like I am past Vermeer. I already feel like I'm in the home stretch. So, most of the hard part is already over. The Seren fight is way harder than this.
Now I am hallucinating that you are inside the tower. I must be getting worse. Earlier I even imagined I heard thunder.
We used the mining laser to bore through.
You bored through? You're real, aren't you? By the goddess, you're real! I'm sorry. I thought you were a hallucination. I thought I was going mad. Please get me out of here before more Geth show up.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Seren's looking for the Conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The Conduit? But I don't know...
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister!
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
So Blinken, you miss it fight quite literally. Like, this Krogan is probably a problem if I wasn't so over-leveled for this fight.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Seren.
What did Seren want with you? Do you know something about the Conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
They were wiped out by the Reapers, a race of sentient machines.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Not to mention your little run-in with Sovereign. I'd call that definitive proof.
And then there's the cipher. I'm not sure what that other Asari did to you, but she did something.
Sovereign? The cipher? A Prothean beacon? I'm sorry, this is all a bit overwhelming. I need a moment to collect myself. I have spent most of my adult life investigating the Prothean extinction. Decades of intense academic study and field research. And for what? I never thought it would end like this. You show up and tell me all the answers just fell into your lap. It isn't fair. All those years wasted.
You can still help us, Liara. Seren's looking for the Conduit. We need to find it first.
Yes, of course, you are right. We need to stop Seren. Commander, I would like to try something, with your permission, of course. You said you have visions from the beacon. Let me join my consciousness to yours. Maybe my knowledge of the Protheans can help clarify this vision.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. Incredible. I never thought the images would be so intense. I need a moment to collect myself.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call. A message sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
What about the Conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognize from my research. Ilos! The Conduit is on Ilos!
I've never heard of a world called Ilos.
I'm not surprised. Ilos is in a region of space accessible only through the Mu Relay. But the Mu Relay was lost thousands of years ago. Nobody knows where it is.
I have the coordinates for the Mu Relay.
You do? But how? Never mind. If you take us to the Mu relay, I can give the vectors to take us to Ilos.
The relay's in the Terminus systems. They're not fond of Alliance ships over there. Or Spectres.
The Conduit's on Ilos. That's where Seren's heading. I plan to be waiting when he gets there.
Seren will have his whole fleet in orbit around Ilos. You will never make it down to the surface without reinforcements. You need to alert the Council. They will assemble a fleet to accompany you. Together you can... Oh... I am feeling a little faint all of a sudden.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
We do have a small little detour to make to the Citadel first. Well, actually, I'm gonna talk to Liara because I haven't talked to her.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Seren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Seren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful, and now she is gone.
Are you gonna be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people.
Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Seren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I understand your concern, but we will find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, ma'am. You can count on me. Thanks for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Seren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
You seem to have some thoughts on this. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Seren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
I'm glad you see it that way. I never had any intention of capturing that bastard. When I see him, he dies.
Good. The Council won't like it, but they can't stop you either. You see, this is why I want to be a Spectre. You never have to worry about bureaucratic idiots making a mess of everything.
Just make sure you're ready when it happens.
Yes, ma'am.
Shepard, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Is something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes? The information you uploaded to Alliance Control? I want a copy of it.
You want to bring this data back to the migrant fleet?
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
You think you can use this information to destroy your enemy?
Not right away. We will need to study it. It could take years, but it will give us new insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
Go ahead, make a copy.
My people, I owe you a great debt, one I can never repay. The only thing I can offer in return is what you already have. My solemn promise to stay with you until Seren and his Geth armies are defeated.
I never wanted anything more.
Thank you, Shepard.
I forwarded the mission update to the Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udina wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Seren and his Geth.
Took them long enough. Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, ma'am.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Seren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Seren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
You think a blockade's gonna stop him? He's on Ilos looking for the Conduit right now. What are you doing about that?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Seren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
Sovereign's the real threat. Seren's just a servant of the Reapers.
Only you have seen the Reapers, and then only in visions. We won't invade the Terminus systems because of a dream.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Vermeer. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
If Seren finds the Conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out!
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Nobody stabs me in the back, Udina. Nobody.
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This no longer concerns you. The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
Commander, I've got a message from Captain Anderson.
What did he want?
Only said to meet him in that club in the wards. Flux.
Commander Shep, Khaleesa been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What do you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do that. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. Speaking of your new job, did the Council order you to sabotage human research concern on Noveria?
The Council had nothing to do with it. There was an accident at Binary Helix Labs. In the interest of protecting the company's confidentiality, I can't say more.
That's a surprising revelation, Commander. We've had nothing but stonewalling from Binary Helix. Given your recent experiences, do you think humanity will ever get the respect it deserves from the galactic community?
Respect's a funny thing. People always assume they deserve it. The truth is, respect is earned. And I firmly believe we can earn it.
You're an idealist, Commander, but a sincere one. I hope you're right. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Seren. Do you have any comment on that?
Seren instigated the attack on our colony at Eden Prime. Once his involvement was proven to the Council, I was assigned to bring him in.
That's surprising, Commander. The official line says Eden Prime was attacked by rogue synthetics. Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
I never punched that reporter, never found the benefit for it. Even as a renegade, it's better to not punch her.
Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
What kind of situation are we talking about?
Of course, right to business. That's why humanity has the best damn fleet in the galaxy. My name is Elias Keeler. I'm an Alliance negotiator. We've got a big session coming up with the Solarians. You wouldn't believe what's riding on this. I'm fighting for humanity on this one, just like you are.
Don't try to sell me on this. Just tell me what you want.
I need you to buy a mental stimulant for me. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
Keeler, you've got a problem. You need to get treatment.
It might look that way from the outside, but this is just a one-time slip-up. All the top negotiators are on stimulants close to the legal limit. It's the way the game is played.
I don't see all the top negotiators soliciting help to go over the legal limit, Keeler.
Maybe you're right. I've been trying to keep humanity strong, and maybe I've pushed myself too hard. I'll tell you what, this will be the last time I use the stimulant. After this deal is finished, I'll get treatment.
No trade negotiation is worth ruining your life for. Let it go and get help.
You don't understand! Humanity needs me, and I need that stimulant. Without it, I don't know anymore. I get so tired when I run out of the stimulant. I just need one more boost.
There's no shame in having a problem, but you have to get treatment.
You're right. I'll go tell my assistant. I shouldn't be working like this. I'll get help. I'm just sorry it came to this.
I'm glad you came, Shepard. I heard what happened.
The Normandy's been grounded.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Seren from using the Conduit.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems, but if we override the Ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
What's the plan?
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That's a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
You're gonna get yourself killed. There has to be another way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He won't just stand by while you use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
The ambassador won't forgive this, Captain. You'll be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel control.
You'll have a better chance if you go after the ambassador's computer.
I was hoping you'd say that. The ambassador has made this personal. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
Anderson, what are you doing here? I didn't send...
Let's go. Get us out of here, Joker. Now.
Commander? We've got company.
Have their sensors picked us up yet?
Well, stealth systems are engaged. Unless we get close enough for a visual, they won't have any idea we're here.
Picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked!
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Seren is 20.
20 meters? We'll never get in close enough for a drop.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
There is no other landing zone!
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker?
I can do it.
Gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
You two, keep moving! Inside, now!
We have to get inside this bunker before Seren finds the conduit. There's no way we're getting past that door with brute force.
Seren found a way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We'll have to find some way to get it up and running again.
And here we go, Ilos. Okay, so Ilos is basically a rushdown mission. There's only one single thing that is required for you to take out, and it's not this room. So I usually set my map pointer where I need to go, and I rush through all of these. There's only a Colossus here that if he shoots you, you're probably dead, but otherwise I just rush through them to the elevator. Nothing will stand in your way. So I just set my points as soon as I get to them and proceed to run through everything with barrier and immunity and all of the shenanigans to keep myself alive. And it works pretty well. I've never really gotten killed here unless I was tagged by Colossus.
This place still has power. It must be running off its own generator.
I bet this is the command center for the entire complex. Seren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after he went inside. We'll have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker.
Alright though, so this is the only required room here. The cutscene that is past this on the other side is actually mandatory for you to take out all of the enemies in the area, otherwise it will not play. I've tried to rush this room. I thought that I could, but nope. I can't, so this is the only set of enemies that I actually have to take out. The other ones are not important at all. And there's not that many enemies here. I find that if I wait for them on the tunnels, I usually have an easy time taking them out. There's the last one of them. Finally out, now I'm rushing for the cutscene.
Come on. Seren's already got a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
Unless he's already found it, then we're just walking into a trap.
That's a chance we'll have to take.
Hold on. Something's happening.
Too late. Unable to... Invading fleets. No escape.
Sounds like some kind of message, but I don't recognize the language.
It's probably in Prothean. This recording must be 50,000 years old. No wonder we can't understand it.
The message is all broken up, but I recognize some of the words. It's a warning against the Reaper invasion.
Incredible! The cipher must have transferred an understanding of the Prothean language into your mind.
Not safe. Seek refuge inside the archives.
What's it saying? Can you make out anything useful?
Fought Reapers. The Citadel. Overwhelmed. Only hope. Act of desperation. The Conduit. All is lost.
It said something about the Conduit, but it's too degraded to help. We should go.
Okay, and with that out of the way, we are again gonna be rushing past the enemies that we left behind because they will all still be there, so you have to be a little fast here. If you're not fast enough, the Colossus might tag you and you might die. But you will be back here if that happens. Otherwise, this is just a rush through the Mako. So I immediately go left as soon as the elevator opens and I have control of her. Right, there we go. We got through. There's the Mako, and now we are rushing for the next part of the story, which is the Vigil part where he tries to explain stuff to us, but we don't care because we're in the rush to get to the end of the game. And there's, I believe, a couple of Get here that you can kill. Yeah, definitely. A couple of Get that you can kill for an extra level or two.
What's happening?
It's a trap. Seren must have set an ambush.
I don't think Seren's behind us. If this were simply an automated trap, Seren would have triggered it. What do you think this is?
Whatever it is, we should be careful.
You are not Prothean, but you are not machine either. This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons.
Looks like some kind of VI program. Pretty badly damaged.
I do not sense the taint of indoctrination upon any of you. Unlike the other that passed recently. Perhaps there is still hope.
Wait a minute. How come I can understand you? Why aren't you speaking the Prothean language?
I have been monitoring your communications since you arrived at this facility. I have translated my output into a format you will comprehend. My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment. But that is likely to change. Soon, nowhere will be safe.
Why did you bring me here?
You must break a cycle that has continued for millions of years. But to stop it, you must understand, or you will make the same mistakes we did. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government, as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
If he turns on the relay, the Reapers can wipe out the Council and the Citadel fleet in one fell swoop.
That was our fate. Our leaders were dead before we even realized we were under attack. The Reapers seized control of the Citadel, and through it, the mass relays. Communication and transportation across our empire were crippled. Each star system was isolated, cut off from the others. Easy prey for the Reaper fleets. Over the next decades, the Reapers systematically obliterated our people. World by world, system by system, they methodically wiped us out.
Some of you must have managed to survive.
Through the Citadel, the Reapers had access to all our records, maps, census data. Information is power, and they knew everything about us. Their fleets advanced across every settled region of the galaxy. Some worlds were utterly destroyed. Others were conquered, their populations enslaved. These indoctrinated servants became sleeper agents under Reaper control. Taken in as refugees by other Protheans, they betrayed them to the machines. Within a few centuries, the Reapers had killed or enslaved every Prothean in the galaxy. They were relentless, brutal, and absolutely thorough.
You said you brought me here for a reason. Tell me what I need to do.
The Conduit is the key. Before the Reapers attacked, we Protheans were on the cusp of unlocking the mysteries behind mass relay technology. Ilos was a top-secret facility. Here, researchers worked to create a small-scale version of a mass relay, one that linked directly to the Citadel, the hub of the relay network.
Conduit's not a weapon. It's a backdoor onto the Citadel.
What happened next?
We severed all communication with the outside, and our facility went dark. The personnel retreated underground into these archives. To conserve resources, everyone was put into cryogenic stasis. I was programmed to monitor the facility and wake the staff when the danger had passed. But the genocide of an entire species is a long, slow process. Years passed, decades, centuries. The Reapers persisted, and my energy reserves were dwindling.
You should have fought.
We were a few hundred against a galactic invasion fleet. Our only hope was to remain undetected. I began to disable the life support of non-essential personnel. First support staff, then security. One by one, their pods were shut down to conserve energy. Eventually, only the stasis pods of the top scientists remained active. Even these were in danger of failing when the Reapers finally retreated back through the Citadel relay.
There were hundreds of stasis pods out there. You just shut them down? You killed them?
You were programmed to protect them, not kill them.
This outcome was not completely unforeseen. My actions were a result of contingency programming entered on my creation.
I bet they didn't tell the non-essential staff about this contingency.
I saved key personnel. When the Reapers retreated, the top researchers were still alive. My actions are the only reason any hope remains. When the researchers woke, they realized the Prothean species was doomed. There were only a dozen individuals left, far too few to sustain a viable population. Yet they vowed to find some way to stop the Reapers from returning. A way to break the cycle forever. And they knew the Keepers were the key.
Aren't they under the influence of the Reapers?
The Keepers are controlled by the Citadel. Before each invasion, a signal is sent through the station compelling the Keepers to activate the Citadel relay. After decades of feverish study, the scientists discovered a way to alter this signal. Using the conduit, they gained access to the Citadel and made the modifications. This time, when Sovereign sent the signal to the Citadel, the Keepers ignored it. The Reapers are trapped in dark space.
Seren can use the conduit to bypass all the Citadel's external defenses.
Correct. And once inside, he can transfer control of the station to Sovereign. Sovereign will override the Citadel systems and manually open the relay, and the cycle of extinction will begin again.
Is there any way we can stop them?
There's a data file in my console. Take a copy when you go. When you reach the Citadel's master control unit, upload it to the station. It will corrupt the Citadel's security protocols and give you temporary control of the station. It might give you a chance against Sovereign.
Wait. Where's the Citadel's master control unit? I've never heard of anything like that.
Through the conduit, follow Seren. He will lead you to your destination.
Seren's got enough of a head start. Grab that data file and let's go.
The one you call Seren has not reached the conduit. Not yet. There is still hope if you hurry.
It's tragic. For all their great achievements, the Protheans lost everything, just like my people. Even their last plan failed.
The Protheans did not fail. They gave us a chance. It falls to us to make the most of it.
Okay, so we are done with Vigil. Let's head on over to the next part. And by the way, these get here, you can still kill them and you won't have any trouble with your... There's no timer. So you can take your time and kill them if you need to for extra levels. I don't bother. At this point, I'm fairly sure, or better said, I'm positive that I can make the final Seren fight easy by not having to do the fight before. And pretty much just rushing through this area to make my way to the ending.
There! The conduit! It's incredible.
We don't have time to admire the view. We have to get through that relay, and these Geth aren't gonna make it easy on us.
Activate the defenses! Seal the station!
The arms aren't moving. Systems not responding.
Abandon the Citadel! Evacuate the Council!
Citadel Control! Citadel Control, do you copy?
Hang on. Things are gonna get a little rough.
Critical failures detected across all monitored systems. Please begin emergency evacuation procedures.
Oh. Right, we are at the Citadel, and at the Citadel there's like not much that we haven't already seen. It's quite literally the same enemies, only more of them.
The Citadel's closing. They're sealing the station.
Don't let the enemy ships inside the arms.
Seren's locked the elevator! Suit up! We're going outside!
So, let's talk about my overall thoughts about Mass Effect 1, I would say, because now we're quite literally in the end game. There's nothing that we haven't already seen. Nothing too interesting over here. I do like the story a lot. In fact, in my personal opinion, Mass Effect is the best out of all of the decision-making games. It just allows you to personalize your experience and play through to such a degree that I've never seen any other game do, and considering how much, like how different a playthrough can be, it's very interesting that they managed to hold this consistently throughout all three of the games. I really like this, and hopefully the new Mass Effect's gonna live up to this one. I don't know, fingers crossed, but yeah, BioWare hasn't been great, so I'm gonna temper my expectations and say I personally do enjoy this game a lot for world building, but I do feel like for the Legendary Edition, at the very least, they could have done something to the combat mechanic and stuff just to improve it a little bit. There's still so many bugs that you can exploit. So yeah, not too impressed. It doesn't feel too different because I've played both the Legendary Edition and the previous one, and it doesn't play differently. Like most of the stuff that were in the original are here, and I don't know if it's actually worthwhile just for some updated textures here and there. I mean, yeah, it looks better. That's, I would say, the benefit of the Legendary Edition, but experience-wise, definitely doesn't feel that much different from the previous Mass Effect. Quite frankly, I would have liked more custom stuff. Like, I feel like even in Mass Effect 2, you get to customize your armor more than you do here. But that's just me, my own personal bias. Story-wise, Story-wise, I do feel like this one has the most world building and the most like a ground it needs to cover, because I do feel like Mass Effect 2 and 3 gets the chance, like at the very least Mass Effect 2 gets the chance to focus a lot more on the characters, and Mass Effect 3 is just the end game goal, which is always going to be big and scale and amazing. But this one had to do a lot of the grunt work, let's say, a lot of the hey world building stuff. And by the way, just sit in this corner here, like there's, I believe, 7 Get Destroyers coming your way with 2 Krogan and a Get Prime. There's no reason to leave this corner until they're all dead. It's by far the easiest solution here. I do feel like this game has, in terms of, I would say, like wow moments, right? Like what I thought were the wow moments. I do feel like this game in particular has the least amount, because I've always, like, Mass Effect 3 is filled with all of my favorite moments, and Mass Effect 2 has the suicide mission. I do feel like this is the more we're trying to find our footing. We don't know exactly how this is going to look, and they found something in Mass Effect 2, and in Mass Effect 3 they perfected it. At the very least, that's my personal take on all of this. Story-wise, it is a pretty epic adventure. I genuinely do enjoy it, and I do like the characters. I personally like Rex the most. That's it, which is so sad, because in this playthrough you're never gonna see him, because Rex was never recruited, so we get to miss out on him. That's the unfortunate part. Like for an optimal playthrough, I would say for Insanity, you just you lose Rex. Which is sad, but he doesn't make up for it. No matter how much I was like, oh, I can justify it by scanning a couple of planets, and I'm like, but why would I waste the time? It's so hard to justify. I don't understand why you get so little off of Rex. Because, for example, the upcoming decision with kill the council or save them, it does not matter. They basically sort of cancel each other out. From what I've seen, in fact, saving the council feels to be the better choice in my personal opinion, though I've seen some people argue for killing them. I feel like they don't see the Salarian councilman living as well. They don't see the other choices, which give you so many more points if you let the council live rather than killing them. It doesn't feel justified to me. In fact, I do feel like saving them is the better option.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
In time for what?
The final confrontation. I think we both expected it would end like this. You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
You let Sovereign implant you? Are you insane?
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Vermeer, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me. About indoctrination. The doubts began to eat away at me. Sovereign sensed my hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now my doubts are gone. I believe in Sovereign completely. I understand that the Reapers need organics. Join us, and Sovereign will find a place for you, too.
Sovereign's controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
The relationship is symbiotic. Organic and machine, intertwined. A union of flesh and steel. The strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither. I am a vision of the future, Shepard. The evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign and experience a true rebirth.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't stop it. Not forever. You saw the visions. You saw what happened to the Protheans. The Reapers are too powerful.
Some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for... The implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
It's not over yet. You can still redeem yourself.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick, open the station's arms. Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down.
See if you can open a communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Normandy to the Citadel. Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Endura sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
Are you sure about this, Shepard? Human casualties will be very high if you send your fleet in now.
This is bigger than humanity. Sovereign's a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
True. That's why you can't waste reinforcements trying to save the Council. You must hold them back until the Citadel arms open up and the human fleet can go after Sovereign.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
Opening the relays now, Joker. We need to save the Ascension no matter what the cost.
I hope the Council appreciates this.
Alliance ships, move in. Save the Destiny Ascension.
Commander, we're picking up reinforcements.
It's the Alliance. Thank the goddess.
Destiny Ascension, you are all clear. Repeat, you are all clear.
The Citadel's opening. All ships move in. Concentrate on Sovereign.
Make sure he's dead.
He's dead.
Alright, there we go. We convinced our buddy Seren to off himself, and now it's time to off this pretender off of existence. I feel like that corner over there that I usually go in, and not the one with the big wall, but this one with the rock, is the best because you have so much. Seren usually doesn't pop here very often. Not in this corner. He usually goes in the other corner, so it's an easier fight for me personally to be here. It's easier to take cover. It's easier to have something obstructing Seren's vision that he can't get to you, but you can get to him. So it definitely feels like the more defensive position, let's say, and the more easy for offense as well. As for the final scene, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I feel like they were in my personal opinion, I do feel like Shepard was supposed to die in this final scene. When you see it, it's and especially considering Mass Effect 2 and the beginning with Miranda and the elusive man, I do feel like they were planning on offing him here and bringing him back in Mass Effect 2, but I do feel like because otherwise it feels like just a recycled scene what they end up doing in the beginning, but it does. I don't know if I like it. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't know if I like the fake out that much. It's one of those scenes where I was like, what's the point of this? And it never really made much sense to me, unless they were always planning on offing him just for the beginning, or her for the beginning of Mass Effect 2, I mean. But I do kind of sort of like the way they did it in Mass Effect 2. That opening scene is really cool. So at the end of the day, it was an interesting choice, but I still don't like the scene in Mass Effect 1. You're gonna see it right in a little bit, and I do find that taking out the get here, right, because I didn't talk that much about this battle, I do find that taking out the get here is actually the thing that helps keep Shepard and his squad mates the thing that helps keep Shepard and the squad mates safe, because there is no reason to fight on too many fronts. Focus. Seren gets a shield anyway.
Sovereign's too strong! We have to pull back! Negative. This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
So Seren does get a shield, and you have to focus on taking down the shield too, and it's kind of hard focusing on fighting. And by the way, I got glitched here. That's what I mean about this game really not being like, I genuinely got glitched, so I can't maneuver too well here. I thought I was gonna have to reset. But I managed with the cover to reset myself. It was actually kind of ridiculous. And you've seen some of the other glitches. Like this game is so full of glitches, man. So full of them. Either way, taking out the get feels like a priority to me, because it's always better to take them out, because you have to take out Seren's shield anyway, and it never feels worth it to go after Seren when he's the less aggressive one, and the get can storm you and your companions and kill you if you ignore them. So I usually focus on taking them out, then go back focusing on Seren. And I got hit way too many times by his stupid disabling attack. Like, I was disappointed with myself in this run, because he actually managed to tag me way too many times. But otherwise, it was just like any other Seren fight. He is not the hard part. The hard part is focusing on the get as well when they pop. In terms of other characters, I genuinely, I would say, don't care for Liara. She's by far the most meh character that I have seen in any series of games. They tried something in Mass Effect 2 with her. They tried something in Mass Effect 3. It never clicked with me. I'm sorry, I just don't like that character. Or better said, don't like is a hard word. Like, I don't care about that character. That's the more correct way of saying it, because I don't even mind her that much. I just genuinely don't care. Garrus is my second favorite. Tali, I feel, is really good, but she gets way better in Mass Effect 2 and 3. Like, her story just pops off. It feels a lot more like exposition in 1, and in Mass Effect 2 and 3 it feels like her story actually comes together and she gets to actually be a legitimately great character. Kaidan never feels like he pops off, but there are so many things saving Kaidan from being the worst that it's not really relevant. And Ashley is one of the characters that I genuinely like, because I genuinely like her conversation options. They're really good, but unfortunately for me, I do feel like Ashley is tied too much with Kaidan story-wise in order for her to actually solidify herself as an individual character, especially in Mass Effect 2 and 3. So I much would have preferred if those two wouldn't have been so tied together, but I understand the intention. I just never particularly liked the execution. And that would be pretty much it. The rest is story, so thank you for watching. And enjoy the rest.
Its shields are down. Now's our chance.
Hit it with everything we got.
Hard on my flank. We're going in.
Captain Anderson, we found them! They're in here!
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
Ambassador, Captain, Commander Shepard. We have gathered here to recognize the enormous contributions of the Alliance forces in the war against Sovereign and the Geth.
Many humans lost their lives in the battle to save the Citadel. Brave and courageous soldiers who willingly gave their lives so that we, the Council, might live.
There is no greater sacrifice, and we share your grief over the tragic loss of so many noble men and women.
The Council also owes you a great personal debt, Commander, one we can never repay. You saved not just our lives, but the lives of billions from Sovereign and the Reapers.
Commander Shepard, your heroic and selfless actions serve as a symbol of everything humanity and the Alliance stand for.
And though we cannot bring back those valiant soldiers who gave their lives to save ours, we can honor their memories through our actions.
Humanity has shown it is ready to stand as a defender and protector of the galaxy. You have proved you are worthy to join our ranks and serve beside us on the Citadel Council.
Consular, on behalf of humanity and the Alliance, we thank you for this prestigious honor and humbly accept.
We will need a list of potential candidates to fill humanity's seat on the Council.
Given all that has happened, I am sure your recommendation will carry a great deal of weight, Commander. Do you support any particular candidate?
We need someone with the courage to stand up for what he believes in. Someone like Captain Anderson.
Him? You must be joking. Anderson prefers to let his fists do the talking.
Only with you, Ambassador. Only with you.
Are you sure about this, Commander? The captain's a soldier, not a politician.
We've already got too many politicians on the Citadel. The captain would be perfect for this job.
I think it's an inspired choice. The Council would welcome him with open arms, should he accept.
I'm honored, Counselor. As humanity's representative, I'll do everything in my power to help the Council rebuild.
Sovereign's defeat marks the beginning of a new era for both humanity and the Council.
Sovereign was only a vanguard. The Reaper fleet is still coming. Hundreds of ships, maybe thousands. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
Shepard's right. Humanity is ready to do its part. United with the rest of the Council, we have the strength to overcome any challenge. When the Reapers come, we must stand side by side. We must fight against them as one. And together, we will drive them back into dark space.